Yo, it's Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's time for another episode of Marcus in the Man Cave with your boy Marcus, my beautiful, amazing co-host, Miss Janelle Mayfield. How you doing?
I am wonderful. How are you on this Tuesday evening?
I am doing all right. My air ain't working, so the guy coming out to fix it tomorrow, but it's a little
Oh,
warm.
I was gonna say, you know what?
You know, it's he coming out to fix it tomorrow, but it's a little warm. It's a little warm in here. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm happy that we have warm weather. Um, I'm a little tired, but I'm good.
Yeah. First, before I start anything, as y'all know, I live in St. Louis, and I just want to shout out all the people here that were affected by the tornadoes on last weekend. It was a rough. The minute we start the show, that dog every time,
He knows.
he knows. I'm gonna count him as a fan. Uh, we've had some really rough weather as of late here, and last night was another round of just crazy storms, and even more storms that are supposed to pop off later on tonight. So yeah, pray for St. Louis. It's just getting beat up real bad. Um, other than that, it's been a month since our last show. What's new? What's new?
I'm locked out of my TikTok.
You forgot your password, or what happened?
No, there's this wild hack. It's either a group of people or maybe someone that's really good at hacking has hacked a ton of accounts, and mine got hacked, and I have no access to it. So I'm trying to go through the recovery process.
Hmm.
But outside of that, things have been great. The weather is nice. We're preparing to start traveling. We're going to Georgia this weekend. Zaire will be out of school soon. So yeah.
Can you see our live? Is our live live? Is it live?
That dog is crazy. Yeah, I didn't see it.
Oh, okay, cool. Making sure. Just hey, Mir. Yeah. So, yeah, no, it's been crazy. Did a lot of traveling and been doing a lot of that stuff. Getting ready for the move back to the East Coast, so that's coming up. So I'm a little excited for that. I'm glad to be back where my people are. But
Where are you gonna be? Are you allowed to tell us?
I'm gonna be back at Andrews. Back in DC. So
Oh,
still,
in DC.
yeah, in DC. That's all. I'll be back working in DC again. So I'm gonna like being back in the area. I'm gonna hate what I have to do, but gotta pay bills, baby. We gotta pay
Yeah.
bills. Um, yeah. With that being said, anything fun we missed? Since we've been gone, y'all been thinking y'all can take a gorilla. Stop. Just stop. Ain't nobody
That came
find
out
no.
of nowhere.
I mean, an orangutan ripped that lady's face off in Florida. What makes you think?
Someone said that if the gorilla was like killing a bunch of people at once, then
Yeah,
a
you can
bunch of
jump them.
but does this include they have weapons or is it just
No,
their
they're talking about barehanded.
Oh yeah, they're done.
Have you ever put
How
your
are you gonna kill
arms
them?
around them?
No.
The first 20 people getting insta-killed instantly. And if you think we can take them, you go first. You be first. Like I'm not even gonna try. I just wanted to put that out there.
Good for you.
Yeah. Hey, remember when we used to be in the club back in the day and people used to get that? I was reminiscing with some friends. You
Let me tell
remember
you
back in the
something.
day when we
Our
used to
generation's club days, maybe next to like well, no, back in the day, the club was probably lit, but we had a time in the club, okay?
the club was and I remember so there was a high school group in my high school who started their own business throwing parties. It was actually they were called Get Live Entertainment is what they and
Period.
it was they were pretty good. It was the parties were good. They had $5 at the door and we man 14, 15 years old. They would use the money, go buy out of like another warehouse and then have the parties there. Now being a preacher kid, I didn't get to 10 but one of them and I lied about going to that one. But you
I did
remember
the
at the
same thing.
parties when dudes used to be wild and like lay on the floor for a girl to just be twerking on them?
Listen,
Like you remember this? Like we were on dirty floors.
there is a very good chance
You was one
that
of them
there is video evidence of us freshman year in the basement of
the trap house.
no, not the trap. Maybe the quad, because they used to host parties, and they would just turn out the lights. And I know people have video footage of us going crazy at that specific event.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought about it. I'm just like, we were laying our bare bodies on them, and like,
Speaking of the trap, could you imagine if someone just randomly started leaking footage of us at the trap?
I'd lose my
I'd lose my job.
I'd lose my job. I would lose my job.
I might go to jail.
So many beautiful and terrible things came from that.
Oh, I'm telling you, if I ever, there are so many different books I have in store, and one of them is called The Trap.
Well,
good memories.
Speaking of somebody that's trapped, we got to talk about Diddy. First of all, who is this in this photo? Oh, first of all, y'all, the reason why you have these drawings is because in federal court, cameras are not allowed. So those old school drawings are back. Who is that?
Did he bleach his hair?
First of all, that's Wesley Snipes. They got the wrong man. That man's name is Buford. That is not Sean.
Is that his? But I mean, is that his hair? Someone needs to tell me, did he bleach his hair?
I think his hair was already going gray. He's just been coloring it for his whole life.
He might be like super.
Yeah, he's in his mid-50s. I mean, his hair not gonna be jet black no more.
And stress can.
Yeah, and stress can do it. He's gained weight. He got big jowls now going on. Like when that money dry up and then that water ain't Saratoga no more. That's New York City tap that he got to use. That is New York City tap.
I know he never, ever, ever thought. Never, ever in his life did he think this would happen.
When he beat the other case back in '99 with Shine and all them, I think he thought he was untouchable after that. I think he thought he literally had enough money that have you
ever asked them like why?
There's no one to ask. The dog is there by himself. That dog lives there by herself.
Oh, this is like me and his neighbor.
Yeah, the dog lives there by herself. And then who is this Rihanna looking skinny hand chick? Is that supposed to be Cassie?
Cassie doesn't have
but I don't know who that is.
Well, aren't there so that's the thing. Aren't there numerous people being that are on the witness stand this week?
Yes. But Cassie, she had 2 days. First of all, let me go ahead and say that
handle it.
Cassie is not on trial here, y'all.
Who is this?
That is Cassie. She's 8 months pregnant, y'all.
Who did this? Look at Diddy's face.
He said, what?
Who did this?
I'm confused.
But anyway, go on. Oh my God.
Like, look how round that thing is. Look how round that stomach is. But anyway, let me get back to see it. Why does that look like Chris Rock? Now, Diddy went from Wesley Snipes to Chris Rock in this photo.
It does.
And so anyway, she's got a little hand up. It's just sticking out her side of her belly, it looked like. But we got Preggers, definitely Preggers. Not Don Richards
testify, and then they were like heckling her.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. But let me put this out here right now. Cassie's not on trial, y'all. Her trial was settled for the 20 million that she got. 30 million, excuse me. But I think after it got down to 20. I think it got downgraded to 20, but still 20 million. She got her 20 million. Y'all can say whatever you want. That settlement can do so much for her and do stuff that does not make him innocent, that does not make her guilty, does not make her a liar. She is here for the prosecution to paint the picture of who Diddy is as a person, not to try to make him guilty or not. And she can't be found guilty for anything, because you know why? Let me put my legal hat on for you, because I'm gonna take y'all to why this can't happen. Legally speaking, under U.S. law, 18 U.S. Code 1591.
Know the code.
A victim of sex trafficking cannot be held responsible for acts committed under coercion or abuse of power unless proven otherwise. That means
Thank you, Marcus.
Cassie is presumed as a survivor and not a perpetrator, no matter if she introduced other girls to the house, no matter if she brought other people over. Because there was an unfair power dynamic, which resulted in physical harm, she was heavily drugged. That means she cannot be held responsible for that. So, she's not accused. She cannot be accused of facilitating sex trafficking for any of that. That girl was a hostage. Pure and simple. Now, I know a lot of people got problems with it because they say, well, she continued to do the freak offs even when she met her new husband.
I hate the term freak offs.
First of all, the fact that we in court, in a federal courtroom, saying freak offs this much.
Saying it was not freak offs. This was pimping.
Yes.
This was human trafficking.
Yes. So, like, the fact that a lot of people are saying, well, she kept going back to him. Do you not know the cycle of abuse? First of all, even people who are not getting abused physically, y'all still go back to y'all dusty boyfriends and girlfriends when they trash. He done cheated on you so many times. You still going back. She slept with another dude in your bed. You still took it back and said we can make it through anything as long as we got each other. That's what you said. You done spent the block so many times. Like, why are you surprised at this? And even more so when this person has the money, the means, the power, and the people to keep you locked down and make you think that's all life is. Now, when she met Diddy, she met him at 17 initially.
They gave Monica Lewinsky more grace than this.
Yeah. That my thing is.
I'm gonna be quiet.
No, my thing is, y'all acting like this is okay. Y'all can sit here and say, well, she wanted to be famous so bad. At 17, 18 years old, with already having started a modeling career.
Are they acting or are they showing what's really some serious issues that are happening within society? Are they acting or are they just openly showing we have a lot of sick people walking around in society because y'all think?
And that's what I'm saying. It's like one of the biggest music moguls comes up to you and says he can make you a career. Y'all not taking that chance. Y'all can sit here and say, I would have had more common sense.
In her case, the minute I saw this, the first song she dropped blew up. And I hated that song. But blew up.
Yeah.
So clearly he proved I can do this for you.
Just his name alone. And y'all act like they're talking about the minute I would have seen that, I'm out the door. People who engage in this type of behavior don't just drop the whole thing on you at one time. It's a slow and methodical increase in the perpetrating. He's not going to just freak off day one. It's going to be.
These are the same people that go to like college campuses to talk to 16 and 17-year-olds.
These are the dudes that still going to high school homecoming games.
Their jean jackets on that are too small, or I'm sorry, they're Letterman's jackets that are all dusty and still trying to talk to young girls. Yeah.
I just think anyway, but yeah, it's like he's gonna do this over time. It wasn't like she just got put in a freak off day one. He got her to trust him, and over time, it was if you don't do this, I'm not gonna do this, and it just escalates and escalates and escalates. And she was being heavily drugged, and they want to play the message where she went and had sex with the sex worker.
We also have so many different documentaries and statistics, and even fake movies that are not that show us that if you're continuously being treated a certain way, your brain at some point is just going to accept it. Like
Stockholm
you're numb.
syndrome.
I was actually talking to my boss about this. I was like, y'all ain't never watching a Law and Order? One episode, the poor child been a prostitute for 65 years.
It ain't even that. You ain't even got to go that far. My thing is, look at your own culture.
But house slaves,
a lot of times loved their masters and felt sad and cried when they died. Because if you are indoctrinated, if you are indoctrinated, like, and this whole, well, I would have never done it. You don't know what you do because you've never been presented the opportunity, nor have you ever had the talent where you would have been seen by anybody like that. So go back to McDonald's and do your thing. But what we're not going to do is sit here and pretend like you've had the same temptation and you passed some tests.
Just because I didn't experience it. It just has to be that everyone. Come on now.
Yeah, that's what gets me. But And then everybody, the jokes, I get it, little ha-has, like imagine her husband having to hear all the stuff she did in the courtroom. And the fact, yeah, I'm sure it tore him up. I'm sure he was like, ooh, or probably learned some new things that
That
he didn't know.
man,
But his
whatever
answer
God
was
has in
perfect.
store for him, I hope it is so good
Oh,
because
his answer was amazing.
it was beautiful. And also, you have to understand when people are married, especially when people are actually like in love and married, and you're dealing with someone who has been traumatized in that way, it's a choice to be a type
Mm-hmm.
of support system because God knows she could be waking up every single
That's
night
what I was thinking.
screaming.
She could be sweating in her sleep, like
Their
screaming.
intimate life might be all jacked up. We don't know
Mm-hmm.
anything, but like I really applaud him for just being a decent human being and a
Yeah,
loving husband.
he
And it
could
has
have.
nothing to do with him. It's all about her.
Yeah, and he was just like, quite the contrary. I can't believe how strong she is. Like to have had to endure through that.
Somebody said that I don't know what I would have done. I might not be here. That's the
Yeah,
type of abuse that I can't, and especially when the video came out, because the video was just a taste of what he was doing to her. That video is one of the scariest things I've ever seen. But I gotta give real quick, I gotta give Trevor some props because ever since I met him, he's always hated Diddy. And he's always wondered why. He was like,
freak
he's
off
just
his
always
sleep.
hated that man. And I guess he's been right this whole time.
I've always thought Diddy was like corny.
Yeah, I always thought it
I
was
just
corny, but
always thought he was
I like
corny. I never
Diddy.
I liked him as far as I was like, oh, went to Howard, even though it was for like a semester,
It was for
yeah,
part
but
of a
it's like
semester.
he self-made, brought himself up, like clothing line, like he's done everything that a black man would want to do and achieve and become a billionaire. And like I thought that was cool.
And he made good music.
And yeah,
Let's not act.
let's not act like he don't have bops on bops on bops.
Are we canceling his music too? I know for the most part, we've canceled R. Kelly. Are we
I
stop?
feel like we don't have to
There's
cancel
so
his
much.
music unless he's the main artist,
Oh, that's easy.
because he just got way too many acts. You'd have to cancel like
Wait a
half of Bad
minute.
Boys.
Wait a minute. Wait. You
What?
said what?
We have to we can cancel ones where he's the like lead.
Okay, that's kind of hard though.
Why?
Because there's like 3 of Diddy's songs that I love and they mean a lot to me.
Like what?
The song Hello, Good Morning with Danity Kane. That's me and my sisters. It's just a thing. It's our jam. It was a
Why has
song we just
sister not shown up? We need to bring sister.
should be doing stuff.
She only do whatever. Bring sister. But nah, hello, good morning. Okay, what else?
My jam. You said any song he leads? All them songs with Mace?
Mace is the draw, not Diddy.
Who's high? Who's high? Well, that's Mace.
Yeah,
Never mind.
exactly.
Okay.
See, it's fine.
I feel like I can possibly make that work.
Yeah, we can live. No, but I can't wait to see the other part about this. Not gonna lie, Must Be Love is fire. Oh, what's up, Tiana? How you been? I ain't seen you in a while, girl. Hope you're doing fine out there. Yeah, I can't wait to see the fallout from other people that's probably gonna get drugged down by this. Cause as you can see, TD Jakes go ahead got out of Dodge, didn't he? He got out of Dodge, boy. I knew it was coming. Didn't I tell you I was coming?
Where'd he go?
See, God whispered in his ear on that little stroke. You ain't got
Marcus.
long for here, player. You need to get out my
where did he
pit.
go?
Get out my pulpit and take them skinny jeans back.
Listen, I ain't never been a TD Jakes fan. I've never honestly been a fan of extremely famous pastors. I just don't think it's supposed to be a thing.
It's not supposed to be like that. Now, God will exalt you if you are doing the right thing.
Yes,
and he
but
will
I
give
just
you a
don't get why
platform.
people think
But you
like,
shouldn't be like, you're
why
supposed
is
to
TD
teach people to
Jakes
follow
a
Christ.
celebrity?
Because, man, sounds like a broken radiator, man. I can't. His voice is terrible. But he
I also can't
stepped
wait
down.
till someone literally confirms that TD Jakes runs the shade room. I need someone to come out and confirm that for me.
But there's a lot of investigations going on in his church right now about shady activity and stuff like that. So shade room will be appropriate. But no, he stepped down and his daughter took over. Oh, what's up, Michael? I hope you stick around. We're gonna talk about this Ryan Clark RG3 thing. I know you were really you're passionate about that yesterday when we talked. But no, I think Diddy's cooked. I
You
think
know,
I want to see if he goes down quietly
I
though.
didn't realize my phone clearly must be behind. No, literally underneath the jail as far below
Love
as
you
you
too,
can.
fam.
Like, I do not understand why people still follow him. Michael Todd. Why do y'all still follow these people?
Michael Todd, boy. First of all, I just can't wait for him to just come on
Did
out.
you see
Like,
he
bro.
was getting a haircut while he was giving a sermon?
Oh, did you see the one where he was talking about rubbing one out on the stage?
He was talking about what?
Yeah, he's talking about get the laptop out and get his good lotion. Then he poured maple syrup on the Bible.
What?
Oh yeah.
Marcus, don't play with me like that. That's
Go
not
look. He had a whole twerk
I will
party
not look.
for Easter of
I have to
2024.
protect my vessel.
But see, this is what people want, man. They want him to be entertained.
No, this is not what people want. This is abysmal.
But this is what people think is
That's
real,
an
especially people who never.
abomination.
Anyway, that's a whole
Y'all
nother
gonna
show.
have us in line for so long on Judgment Day.
That's a whole nother show. But one day I'm gonna do like a whole series of shows of just talking about this and breaking it down scripturally so y'all can get out of this.
No, Trevor, we're not bringing him up because I'm low key on his side and I don't want to talk about
who was with the housewife, huh?
No, we're not doing it.
Yeah, he had a twerk party for Easter. It was like, go look it up. It was like,
wait, who had a twerk party for
Michael,
Easter?
What's his name? Mike Todd. It was like he did an Easter play and the girls were on stage in leather booted shorts. Twerking.
No.
I'm not lying.
I know.
And then he put this one girl on blast because she said she wanted to leave the church. And she said she wanted to leave the church. She started going to a new church.
Better watch out. Jamal Bryant. Yes. First of all,
Jamal Bryant.
Second of all, why would you answer his question? I literally said I'm going to talk about it. Jamal Bryant has been eating up his sermons and I've been loving it. And I do not like Jamal Bryant.
Yeah.
I do not mess with him. He's an awful person. I'm pretty sure he's secretly gay.
How many kids this man got with all these
I don't think we'll actually ever know.
And of course, you know, who paid for his college? Eddie Long paid for his college. So you see where we go. I mean,
listen, Eddie Long's dead, right?
Yeah, he did. God did him like Enoch, took him on out of here. Said poof. You want to wear muscle shirts? I'll take all of that. Give it back.
Not the muscle shirts.
You used to wear the muscle shirts, and then
you have unlocked.
You remember the muscle shirts he used to be wearing up there? And then God said, give me them back.
That's Diddy. The person they need to be looking at, the person they need to be looking at is his mama. I believe she trained him to be like this. Granted, yes, he deserves everything, but I believe she trained him to be like this. And she was the first person doing these free calls, and he witnessed them from her. Like, she gives off like, I'm a female pimp.
You saying Mama Combs was getting it done in the home?
Yes. And I also think him and her be kissing or something. Like, they're weird. I'm serious. I'm telling you.
But Don Richards did testify.
Yes, she did. If my baby's on the verge, why is my mother?
She was in court. She was in court. His son walked her into the courtroom. But
was she wearing a fur?
I don't know. It's probably made from hair from the freak offs. All the hair to get on the floor, they just make a coat out of it. The freak off fur.
What's been bothering me is the amount of like lawyers and attorneys who've been calling it freak offs. I'm like, this can't be political.
Well, they need to call it what it was.
Those weren't freak offs.
But I mean, I think we're gonna have to
consensual.
I think though, Jay-Z and all of them need to be worried because. And apparently J-Lo was not just a participant. She was out here throwing bands, apparently. So I felt really bad for her to say that she was up on stage. She could remember half the names of the sex workers they were. And it was hella pictures of sex workers, and she was like, some of them I can't remember their names, and some of them are
One
so.
of them, their name was the Punish.
The
Sorry.
Punish, and one was named Island. Yeah, and then the other one was the
He literally
Punisher,
hired an entire male escort service to run through them
named
girls.
after Marvel heroes, apparently. But apparently the FBI told Ben what she was doing. Yeah, that's crazy.
How much time do you think he gonna get? Do you think he's gonna make it to
Did
the
he?
end of this?
Did he go into jail for? They're gonna call it 25. Not Thanos. No, I was just about to say the Punisher. Yeah, man. Like, imagine that. The Punisher. Yeah,
Is
but
that
she
why
was.
Ben left her?
But see, but a lot of people
Well,
are
also, we
saying,
know Ben messy.
yeah, I'm thinking 25 to life. 25.
You think that's all he's gonna get?
Yeah, I think so. With parole chance in 15, maybe something like that. I think one thing about Diddy, everything is on tapes. And I don't think it was just celebrity like musicians and actors going to these
Who
freak offs.
calls themselves that? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah,
Girl, when I saw the picture,
Hey.
I was like, please get out of here.
When you at home on Friday night with just you and your woman, boy, you
The
whatever
Punisher.
name you need to be.
You gotta Google the person because they look like a male stripper. Well, I guess
Hey, that could be Trev. I think it's in the baby oil. You think the baby oil was laced? That could happen. That could be real.
but wasn't no the baby oil was laced, remember?
No, I don't think it was laced. He just had hella oil.
No, there was something in the baby oil that when they rubbed it on their body, it made them. It might have had like some type of aroma or something that made them. That was part of it. It was. I remember that.
It's freak pheromones in the
He
oil.
laced baby oil.
Listen, baby, you in there thinking like imagine you at Diddy's house on a day when it's not a freak off. And you in the bathroom like I'm a little ashy, and you see some of that oil, and you're like, I'm gonna just put.
What day is not a freak off? I bet it was every day.
But I'm just saying, you come out the bathroom feeling feisty as hell for no reason. Like that house is probably full of traps. It's just traps everywhere. You go in one room and you come back out the door, you in a whole nother room and you don't know how you got in there. It's crazy. It was like Molly. Man, but yeah, I can't. I just want to see who else is going to get brought into this because I really don't believe where all the tapes that they confiscated out that house. How many people are on there doing crazy stuff? Like they got to be freaky traps in there, man.
But what is it about people doing this? Is y'all bored? I mean, I know you're sick.
Hard. Trevor, go to bed. Like imagine you staying the night at Diddy's house. You just got a one night.
I cannot ever imagine staying the night at Diddy's
You got a one night layover. He's like, yeah, you can stay in this room. You lay down, you look up, it's just a full length mirror. Like little straps hanging and stuff. You just be like, oh man, like
I have a feeling it's a lot of people on this.
Oh, I know it, man. You don't, and like these people talking about some, well, I left it. No, you didn't. You can't tell me.
Yeah, I'm trying to pay attention to who been quiet lately.
Jay. He had to be. He had to talk because that old Busby got on him too, and with that other case. But
he won very quickly.
You know, they got that video where he fall through the floor into a random room with handcuffs. The little handcuffs turn you over.
It's literally the Willy Wonka house of sex. That's what it is. I know it. Just craziness.
Hey, what's up, Templeton? Yeah, no, I just can't imagine that. You wake up in the middle of the night, the bed start vibrating on its own. You're like, what the hell is going on? It flips you over. And you like
for everyone. I have questions for everyone from making the band. And if what's his face, who was Dylon, he was arrested. Did y'all arrest him so he wouldn't be able to testify?
I mean, you saw what he did. Excuse me, Lord, to Shine.
That's what I'm saying.
They let him take the phone.
But I'll Be Sure told us. Yeah. I'll Be Sure said that
Speaking
man
of him,
right.
Speaking of him, he ain't right either. Did you see what he did? Rest in peace to his mom. But this man posted a whole Instagram video of them putting his mama in a body bag in the hospital. Like the funeral home, putting her in a bag and everything. And he's up there like crying as he's the one to zip up the bag. I'm like, social media ain't for everything, man.
What? He zipped up the bag?
So there's two like black dudes. Like this looks like the pimp house funeral home or something. Like they wearing these weird gloves. They got these braids and stuff. They like
This isn't for a movie.
No, it's his mama. And he's like zipping up the bag and he's like talking to her, like, I love you, mama. And it's like sad, but it's like, you such a clown for putting this on. Like, your mama would not want to be on.
Disrespect me like that.
Yeah. And another thing, y'all heard it here first. Don't put me on no shirt with no angel wings, please. That's all I'm
saying. Who and Meek Mill got matching outfits?
Y'all seen him and Meek Mill?
Who?
Diddy and Meek Mill? When he was like, I like that, daddy. You don't remember?
First of all, Trevor, why are you saying all this now? You don't be telling me none of this.
You don't remember that video?
Diddy and Meek Mill have matching outfits.
You don't remember that video? And Meek Mill's in the pool and all that stuff? Matching outfits. Never seen that, but I heard they were, they probably butt buddies. He's like, get out. The diddler, man. Man. Like, when it all comes out, there's gonna be a lot of people. They said he got Drewski too. And then he got mad about it. That's the allegedly. Let me put that in there. Allegedly.
I was gonna say, Drewski seems to be doing very well.
Boy, 50 Cent gonna have a blast with this, man. Didn't the Diddy doc come out? Did it come out?
He's been posting about it.
Yeah.
He posted a picture of a jury, and every person on the jury was him.
Man. Hey, he's funny, but yeah, we can stop probably beating this subject over the head. But someone who can't stop doing that is this dude right here. We got to talk about him. Breezy just can't stay out of trouble, boy. He's over there on his tour, popping all his tour over there.
Don't do that because I love that dog.
He's doing all that stuff, and yeah, he was on tour and went over there back to Great Britain, and apparently he forgot that he clocked the dude over here with a bottle. He
does he not have a lawyer or somebody that would let him know, hey, you probably shouldn't go here? Like, do you not? You're so rich.
Oh, free Tory.
Yeah, everyone's thinking that because he said that it has something to do with it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really know why he felt like saying that, but we know Chris Brown don't.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm sure Chris was on that booger sugar and beat this man over here with a bottle, and authorities waited for him to come back on this tour, and they got him. Donkey of the day, exactly, or Dusty Grapes, if we like to call him here. He just I don't get it, man. All the talent in the world. I'm still mad we didn't get that MJ Motown tribute from him. The Michael Jackson tribute, and it's like you.
But the thing is, like every time, listen, and y'all know, I
should be hosting the Super Bowl.
Maurice. I love Christopher Maurice Brown. I do. I went to his concert. The last time he went on tour, it was great. He has a phenomenal voice, wildly talented, but he is a crackhead. And sometimes I wonder if he's low-key anti-Black. I really try to ignore it because I really do love his music, but I just be like, every time you have a chance to do something great and we defend you, you come back and show us why we should be defending you. Why are you hitting people on the head? I mean, granted, if he come back and say he said the N-word or something like that, we can talk about it because don't act like UK people ain't crap. But you can't keep doing this, sir. I'm 35. You've been doing this since
Chris Brown should. Chris Brown. What did he come out in like 2006? I want to say when he hit it 2006 because it's his 20-year tour. Yeah,
right. You're absolutely right.
Because I remember when I heard the song "Run It," I thought it was a girl for the first time. For the first few times I heard it, until I listened to the lyrics, he sounded like a little girl. His voice has matured. He'd be shaking like Ray Charles.
I love you. Just hear me out. The first time I saw Christopher, I knew I was gonna marry that man. And I'm not even into light skinned men. That's not my jam. And that's no offense. That's nothing to nobody. I just always been into brown skin or darker. But he was the only light skinned man. I was like, I will marry him. And now
the first time I thought it was MJ. You thought MJ was singing "Run It"?
Who said that?
Michael, without no Shamones in there. Like, come on. But no,
But that is true, Trevor. You can't have a warrant and not know. Remember, I watched that documentary and all them people had warrants and they didn't know, and they was all getting locked up.
Yeah, but I think Chris Brown just has a legitimate problem with drugs, and he has bad relationships with women. I honestly think, and it's a bad take, probably a very bad take, but I think that Rihanna got off really light off that incident, and he had to take the brunt of it, of course, because he was mad. I feel like she instigated probably a little bit more than they tried to make it,
They were children
and they
fighting.
were
We
children,
should have
yeah,
treated it as such. We
and they were
shouldn't have
young,
treated it as adults. These were
yeah,
16, 17-year-olds fighting.
yeah. But this man should be doing Super Bowls right now, and
I
will
mean, but
never
outside
happen.
of that, at some point, he has to be held accountable for his actions.
Oh
Yes, you
yeah,
can be absolutely traumatized by that event, but it is your responsibility as an adult
and the law. You're right,
to
Tim.
get your trauma together. Like, he should have had a Super Bowl or 3 by now. He
Yeah,
has the catalog,
he has an amazing catalog,
but
genre
he'll never
spanning,
do a doggone Super
but he'll
Bowl.
never be able to do it. Jay-Z buried him. Show did. Show did. But I feel bad. I feel bad for the person that get hit with a bottle. Like, dang, what did you do to get hit with a bottle? Like, I just don't know. Did he pop lock before he hit you with it? Like, what happened? Like, I would love to see how that went down.
Listen, I've been in the club with Chris Brown. He is definitely a crackhead.
But now, like at a certain point, you got to be held accountable too, but about how you're treating your fans. Because all the people that
Was
are
that a
paying,
fan? Did they say
no,
it was a fan?
I'm saying in terms of the people that have bought tickets to your show that now you put in jeopardy because you're not going to be there. And yeah, they'll have to go through
But
the
that's
hassle of
what I'm
getting their
saying.
money
Did no
back. But
one
it's
get a
like,
red flag saying, "Hey, we shouldn't go to this
yeah.
place"?
And my thing is, where your team at? Like, where
That's
your team at?
yeah. Y'all
Like,
got too much money to be making mistakes like this.
but they might not have known that that man put a warrant out for him or anything like that, especially because you're international.
I get that, but with his rap sheet, I would be checking all the time.
Drake and CB fought, cut Tony Parker's eye. Tony Parker, the basketball player? Huh.
Who said that?
Ree was his cash cow. He should have took care of his business before coming out there. Sure had it.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have skipped the UK altogether. While TP was a player, I don't remember this. Huh.
I do remember Drake and him fighting.
I'm gonna have to look into that one. I don't remember. I'm a Spurs
Drake
fan
has been
too.
into it with everybody.
Yeah, Drake is sassy. I mean, him and these duck lips on Instagram.
I've been
Bro. Can you
saying
stop?
that. I've been saying that. We honestly let Drake become a monster. He's been
If
like this. It's just the music was so good at one point in time.
yeah,
It was easy to ignore it.
if Drake was serious, he would just take 2 years off and they let us forget about him.
Even a year. That's what I said. Just take
Let people miss your music so they can forget about how corny you are.
I do miss Drake.
Yeah,
I do miss old
but
Drake.
like, let's just make people miss you.
Yeah,
scarcity.
People act like Drake ain't got no good music. I'm like, hold on. I definitely support Kendrick in this whole situation, but let's not act like Drake ain't got wild list of hits.
She said,
Drake
okay,
is
like
absolutely sassy. I know you saw him post that picture of him in the booty shorts with his legs open.
Let's not talk about that. Tiana says, okay, like if I knew I had a warrant, you wouldn't see me nowhere on the tour list. Exactly. That's why I'm saying he must not have known, or he was just too high to realize it. Man, and it's like all of them are getting it right now because we got to talk about one more musician that you just never thought that you were gonna have to talk about. First of all, I'm still mad about the name of this album, and I will never forgive them for letting this happen. But Gasms,
he was trying something different.
We let this man call his album Gasms.
No, not even just. Well, I'll wait till you get to the actual.
So apparently, four different women
housekeepers.
Housekeepers. He done made it in the world. He got housekeepers now. But housekeepers are accusing this man of sexual assault ranging in like the last 25 years.
This one's a hard one for me.
Yeah, and I just feel like he was always just such a sweet guy. Like, I don't know.
Well, let's not act like
jail smoking. Smoking that dope, pushing that dope. Gang bang.
Let's not act. The thing is that we learned from Dahmer and all of them. They're always nice to people. Of course, they're nice, but it's very hard for me to picture this man forcing.
Yeah.
this old man.
He
I
looks
would
like he's
kick
made
you
of
in your
leather now,
balls.
for
I
one.
would kick you in your balls.
He looks like he's made of leather. He's like scary. This face work he didn't had done is kind of scary. Like imagine if this you turned on your light and that was the face.
Now, maybe if these were like much older women, maybe not from the country or something. I don't know.
It's just sad because this man is in the twilight of his life, the end. And this is what we deal with. And he's the greatest songwriter that probably ever lived.
But one thing I think we have to accept as a society is majority of
Jada.
these wildly talented people are sick people. What? I don't get it. I don't.
He said Smokey Robinson looked like Jada. Is that what you saying, bro? They got the same face. Look at his face, and she looks. It does look like a Jada. With the black around it makes it look bald. You don't see it. Oh man!
But that's the thing. I think that.
Can you come out here with accusations? Yeah, you're right, Tiana.
Yeah, and it's like it is crazy, but also it's not.
Hey, Trevor, go to bed.
He does, or just get off.
That's hilarious. But yeah, so he's going through it. He's been very quiet. He said this is all false, so we'll see. But man, like he putting on his Depends in the morning, just shaking in his bed. Worried about like this is how I'm gonna go out. Like next is gonna be Stevie Wonder, and that's gonna break all of us.
Don't say that.
And that man can't even see. Allegedly, that man.
I mean, I feel like if Stevie Wonder and Quincy Jones have gone the song without a.
Well, Quincy Jones.
I honestly, for him to only be with white women, I'm shocked no one has ever accused him. No shade. I'm just saying. I'm shocked he's never been accused of anything.
Somebody will come out soon. But my thing is, back in them days on them tour buses, them Motown tours, you think they weren't out there? First of all, they were doped up. Them boys were doped up, and all them female groups and male groups going together.
Man's going now.
Yeah, it's like, And
now, I believe he was freaky, but I'm saying no one ever came out and said that he did anything.
Yeah, no one's accused him.
But he did create the whitest thing ever.
Y'all pray for Smokey. Pray that the truth come out and that he can continue to have gasms all across the country. He's on tour right now too. So if you ever wanted a chance to see him in them high-waisted pants that he got on, go look for him. And last but not least, we got a couple minutes. This is what I wanted to get to. This is Janelle's favorite celebrity athlete. So I was just more than ready to talk about this today. Her boo, her crush, RG3, man, and Ryan Clark got beat.
Why is the worst?
Because why is he dressed like Django? Who's that man on that nag when he was wearing the blue jacket? Why is he dressed as Django? That's crazy. But anyway, Ryan Clark and RG3 got into it over the season opener between the Indiana Fever and the New York City Liberty. No, it's Chicago Sky, right? Chicago Sky. Excuse me, I said New York City. Chicago Sky, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark facing off. They set that up on purpose because
also we need to talk about the videos of the crowd making monkey noises at Angel and her crying. Nobody wants to talk about that.
Yeah,
monkey noises, and you see people on Caitlin laughing.
It's Indiana.
But still, I don't care. We
I know. I'm just not surprised, is what I'm saying. But I hate those glasses he's wearing. But anyway,
I know everything about RG3 makes me physically
tie clip cricket. Anyway, but so they got into a little bit of a fight, Ryan Clark and RG3. On the court, there was a particular moment in the game where Angel Reese was going back up. She was getting one of her rebounds, and she was going back up, and Caitlin Clark makes a basketball play that a lot of basketball players do and gave her a push. My thing is, you want to foul somebody and not let them make the points and give them a push. She's bigger than her, so she gave her a good push. It wasn't anything flagrant or anything like that. It was more so like, I'm not going to let you get the shot easy. You're going to go to the line. They asked her about it after the game. She said it was a basketball move on. Like, The media is focused on pushing these two girls to hate each other so
Yeah,
bad
they're trying to
because,
make it racism so
but see,
badly.
but what they're doing, and a lot of people don't realize it, they're literally recreating Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, the great white hope versus the cocky black superstar that's gonna supposed to come in here and change the game. That's literally what they're doing. I'm not saying they're matching the skill level of Larry Bird or Magic or anything, but this is literally that over again. They're doing that same thing over again. So Ryan Clark, RG3 gets on there and he decides to say that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark and she's jealous of her and she wants to be like her and all this other stuff.
And then starts talking about black women while his white wife is sitting behind him, cackling, eating popcorn.
Yeah, very tone deaf. And then
is it tone deaf? Because to me, deaf means that you can't hear.
Now, there's things that can be said in truth. Do I believe Angel Reese is a little frustrated? I think she is. I think she's frustrated because being big and being tall and being good on the glass was her thing, man. And that was good enough in college. But when half your rebounds and your pros are from your missed shot attempts, that's not a good look. Angel and Caitlin Clark, if you look at her, she's put on muscle this offseason. That girl's gotten bigger. Her bag is ridiculous. She's hitting logo from the logo threes like she's unstoppable, and you're struggling offensively. And I think there's a frustration, a competitive frustration that is evident.
I like that better. Competitive frustration.
Is it hate?
Is it hate? No.
No. I think that there's just so many other better athletes that are not getting talked about.
And I'm not saying they're anywhere near this caliber, but that would be like saying LeBron and Steph hate each other. They're friends, but on the court, we have no friendship. We're playing against each other. But it's like women can't do that. So y'all had to come up with this narrative of racism.
So and then Ryan Clark fired back, and I think he took it extremely too far. I personally think that saying that because he has a white wife that he doesn't know how to relate to black women at all, so he can't understand that. Now, two things can be true, but I think at bringing his wife into it,
my side,
bringing someone's spouse into a argument about athletics is just, to me, it's a low move. And I think Ryan Clark tries to pander to black women more than actually support them. I think he always makes comments and tries to bring it out there, like, and it almost is like he's trying to like wink to the camera, like, hey, I'm saying something good about y'all. I'm here for y'all. And it's kind of surprising that he would do that, because what does he have, Janelle?
A white baby mom.
So at least RG3 married his.
This is the second one. This is RG3's second.
Well, that's fine, but he married her. You didn't.
I don't know if they were ever married. I don't know, actually.
But my thing
is, mom can be an ex.
You can't give this man props, and he's the pot calling the kettle black. Where's your black?
There's only one thing I disagree with you.
I just think Ryan Clark, I don't like him either. I feel like he's the opposite of RG3. He's just the polar opposite.
Yes, I do agree that I feel like Ryan is relishing in the fact that he responded to those two guys on Flagrant with Andrew Schultz, and a lot of black women started saying how much we love him, and it was refreshing to hear someone stand up for us. And I think he ran with it, and now
he was like, I'm gonna be the ally of
but remove Ryan Clark from the situation.
Correct.
The point of him, RG3's wife being brought up was valid solely because sitting behind him, eating popcorn and laughing while he's talking down on black women, she put herself into the conversation.
I mean, was he talking down on black women though? Or just
towards the end of the video, yes. Towards the end of the video, he started talking about black women, yes.
But what specifically did he point at all black women?
I wouldn't say he said all black women, but he did make generalizations about attitudes.
About Angel Reese's attitude, though.
And I was trying to explain this to Trevor. In today's climate, he chose to put a camera and a microphone in his face, get on the internet with his wife sitting back there, knowing his history, knowing the backlash, he could have made it, and he knows, I'm sorry, the atmosphere surrounding uh Caitlyn and Angel, not the atmosphere that they created, the atmosphere that the media has created, and
Yeah.
that is very much racism. He didn't help at all. It wasn't calculated, it wasn't smart, it wasn't strategic. And to me, your partner sitting back there laughing.
Yeah. It was to be fiery, and I think RG3 for one, he never achieved all he wanted to achieve on the field. He never got to do that. So now he's trying to be the new Stephen A.
He's
Smith
also really,
sometimes.
really, really unattractive and lame. And I think that just a lot of Black women probably rejected him, and he's projecting.
Yeah, and see
Like
that's what I'm saying.
I can
Jason
sense Black
Whitlock still
men
be
like that.
talking, but nobody's caring. If he's not careful, he's gonna end up like a Jason Whitlock, where no one wants to hear you. Like he
Yeah,
thinks
because at
he's,
some point people are gonna be like,
but he thinks he's being a
as
Stephen A.
for our brand, you don't need to come on here because you just everyone sees negative things
But he
about you.
thinks
I mean,
he's
his
gonna
comments
be
are
he thinks he's
full
gonna
of.
be Stephen A. Smith. He thinks he's gonna be that guy that can just riff off the, and just do that stuff. And he's not. He's not that charismatic. And then Ryan Clark, you're not as cool as you think you are, bro.
Yeah, I didn't think to me, what bothered me was Ryan made it about himself. He made it about their past relationship as teammates. He made it about how he stood up for him no matter what. And he was there for him even when he was being
Yeah.
corny. Not, you coming on here talking this way is inappropriate. Like, hey man, maybe we should get together and talk sometime. This isn't okay. You made it
Because
about
he's always
yourself.
looking up for a chance to soapbox. And I like his show, because Ryan's show, because he can get good people on. He's my least favorite part of his show. Like, I watch your show depending on who the guest is, not because I want to hear you.
And also, I'm very curious as to why, and maybe he has. I don't watch Ryan's show. Has he asked any Black women to come on the show and ask them how they feel? I mean, he's been speaking for us a lot, which it's refreshing to have at least one Black man in front of a mic, even if he's doing it for pandering, to speak positively on us. But has he ever been like, let me invite some Black women to my show, give them a platform?
No,
And a
because
voice?
they might challenge him. It's easy to talk for people when they can't, clarify anything or add their input. Like, you're not much of an ally when you really do that. You're mansplaining half the time. Like, and women can speak for themselves. But I really think Angel Reese, for her own good, she needs to step away from media and everything. First of all, I feel bad for her because she has been let down with everybody that has been supposed to have been a mentor for her. And I'm still really upset with Shaq. Shaq, that was disgusting what Shaq did. Basically telling her to go out
I
there
don't
wearing booty
understand how
shorts. It
he
was
didn't
like, what
receive
was it?
more backlash.
And I'm just like, yo.
He didn't apologize about it. He was very much like,
And apparently Shaq out here trying to
nasty.
Hey, Shaq out here trying to get money, put money down to find dirty secrets on Shannon Sharp.
Huh?
Yeah, they got audio of Shaq, basically. Well, of what's his face? Trev, help me out. Dude, he be on ESPN all the time. Basically recording a conversation where Shaq is basically offering people money to find dirt on Shannon Sharp to basically break up his basically monopoly on the podcast business right now, because he's got Nightcap. Barnes, yeah. Matt Barnes.
Matt Barnes?
Yeah.
Trevor, you know all this tea. Wait till this show was over.
Yeah. So
You really had all this tea and nobody told me nothing.
Shaq is making some very suspicious moves out here.
To be honest, I think Shaq is a great businessman, but I think
Shaq is sensitive.
I think he's an asshole. I think Shaq is he's a community person, yes, and he does a lot for the community. But when it comes to like people who are on his level, I guess this is better. He fucks around with people who are on his level. Like
it's business for him. I'll do what I got to do to grow my brand, and that's what.
To bring down your fellow.
Yeah, because you stopping me from
messed up.
But he's thinking about it in the business. Right? You getting $100 million contract. I'm over here with all these podcasts and all this stuff.
That's
like,
what it is.
I want my cut too. And if I can stop my competition, I'm gonna stop my competition.
You think Shannon's done?
No, I don't think he's done. I think he's going to have I don't think he's going to get $100 million deal no more at all, because the network is going to be like, you're too much of a liability now. We don't know what might come next. I think he's going to permanently be a correspondent, not anybody who's going to be at the desk anytime soon. I feel like he's just gonna have to do his own personal podcast and get to that point. He's not gonna be able to do it through ESPN anymore. Disney's not gonna.
He posted and said, "Yes, I have a 10-minute sex tape with her." I said,
He said and posted all. And first of all, 10 minutes, brother.
"That's what I said."
In any good production.
But what are you expecting? This wasn't about.
In any good production. The first 10 minutes is just her getting up, showing up with the pizza.
But this is also the same man that didn't. He gave the video to her and didn't have a copy himself.
Yeah, he said, "I release it."
Like at this point, I don't feel any celebrity deserves any of their money. Y'all
now let's remember, he grew up without a toilet.
What does that mean?
He ain't the brightest.
But you pay people to be bright for you.
But he don't do that. He said he don't spend no money.
So you would rather call a night, and that's the thing. The reason you call.
He said, "I might choke you." He said, "I might choke you." Yeah, big black man choking a small white woman.
And listen, at this point, the black men know y'all can get away with
I want that big black baby.
That big black baby.
I want that big black baby. You're gonna put that big black baby in me. Like it's gonna go in fully grown.
Is that is that attractive?
That would be the first red flag. You're gonna give me that
talk like that.
She was saying, "You're gonna give me that baby gravy." I want to have.
That's exactly how she said it too, and he got all.
Whoa! Shit! Like that's what he did. Like what?
Marcus, end the show. End the damn show.
That got him to go. Anyway, we hope y'all enjoyed coming here tonight, talking about the things we talked about. I can't wait to see how this Diddy trial plays out some more. I can't wait to see who's testifying. And if Cassie was the first person to testify, that means they
have so many witnesses.
Yeah, that means the prosecution is loaded. If they just got her out the way first, like I think people on his team are starting to turn, and I think that's what it's going to be. The people that have been closest to him are getting deals right now.
I want what's her face, the choreographer for making the band. I want her to come out as well.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
She ruined her career.
With that being said, summer is coming in. It's Memorial Day weekend coming up. So it's cookouts will be starting and everything like that. What do we need to know, Janelle, about our skin?
Okay, a few things. First of all, sunscreen all over your body, head to toe.
SPF what?
50.
Okay. Waterproof? Please.
Okay. Majority of sunscreen should be waterproof. Majority of sunscreen should not leave a white cast. But Black Girl Sunscreen, they have a spray on. They have a kid's spray on and an adult spray on. They also just introduced an infant sunscreen. Also, I do know that because this time a lot of people will sweat, you may get acne. And there's something that I recently learned that y'all need to know. There's a difference between a pimple patch and a blemish patch. A pimple patch is to get rid of the crap that's inside the pimple. A blemish patch gets rid of the dark mark. So if you're trying to get rid of a pimple, get a pimple patch. Make sure it says pimple and not blemish. But yeah, you need to be wearing SPF and get some face mist. It's about to be hot, y'all.
It's about to be hot. It's summertime, y'all. The party's about to be jumping. The rooftop's about to be bumping.
Amen.
And we about to be on that deck dry humping. But with that being said,
bars.
With that being said, I gotta let you know this, because your friends won't, and somebody should let you know, girl. Your twerk stinks.
You've just unlocked a memory that I know I told you.
Your twerk is foul. Stop pushing it on me so hard. It's getting in my denim.
Wash
your ass.
Wash. And it's getting hot. Wash more than one time a day, please, if necessary.
I shouldn't be seeing them beaded beads on the crown of your buttocks. Spray some of that Arm & Hammer, something. Dust your drawers with a little baking soda or something. I don't know what you need to do. But don't show up like that and be clapping over top my mimosa. I'm tired of it. Leave it in 24. 25, we're doing better. I see you in DC.
Enjoy. When
Enjoy
are you
y'all.
going back?
August.
Oh,
We'll be
you're
back in
going
August.
right back at the best time.
In the
I
dog
love that
days.
for
In the
you.
dog days. So put some deodorant on.
Kiehl's has a deodorant for down there. It's pretty great.
Spray all of it. Half a can
Not a
at
spray,
least.
it's a cream. It's very soothing and it's very deodorizing. Please, I beg.
We
And it
big.
has aluminum.
Yeah, chemicals. Use them chemicals. We love y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.